India bounced back. After a daunting failure in Adelaide, we've managed, I won't say managed, we've succeeded to beat Australia convincingly in MCG, in famous Boxing Day test. When all the pundits were striking us off, everyone thought that India might go 4-0 whitewash. We've bounced back. So, welcome to today's episode of Leadership and Management Lessons from Sports. My name is Prasad Rajput. I'm a jack of all trades guy and I love analyzing sports and sports personalities. Did you notice in the crunch situation, Ajinkya Rahane had his hands folded like this? What sort of body language this really is? What sort of message this body language sends? There is a lot to talk about this new, I won't say new, but this emerging leader and his leadership style. So first thing, we'll cover leadership and management. When we talk about leadership, the most important thing is vision, people, and system. We failed very badly in Adelaide. Our skipper was gone. Our prime bowler Shami was injured. And what looked like an uphill task, it must have been very difficult for India to bounce back. So what was the vision that Ajinkya Rahane had and what sort of vision that he showcased? If you noticed, prior to the match, during the toss, he said, we are going to keep things simple. We are going to focus on the process. Yes, we've lost because of one bad session, but we've had a pretty good 2 days. So he seemed pretty positive and process driven guy. And especially, he focused on playing good crickets, sticking to the basics, which is something I really liked. Now, you look at Ajinkya Rahane and you don't get that alpha feeling, the alpha leadership feeling, like we look when we look at Virat Kohli or when we look at MSD. They are more like an alpha, a dominant kind of leaders. But when you look at Ajinkya Rahane, we may not get that feeling. So we'll see what sort of leader he really is. When it comes to system, I think we've had pretty good system. We've got pretty good team selection wherein we've had 5 bowlers. And I remember when Ajinkya Rahane captained for the first time, he said, I'm going to go with 5 bowlers. And as far as the batting is concerned, I'll take the extra responsibility. So that again, leading from front, that's something that Ajinkya Rahane has shown. So I guess we'll give full marks in terms of the system. And when it comes to people, I think I really liked when Ajinkya Rahane backed his guys. I see when he got run out, there was a bit of mistake from Jadeja's area, but still he backed him. When he saw that he's been declared run out, he gave a fist pump to Jadeja and said, don't worry about it. Just back yourself and go ahead and play your natural cricket. Don't think too much about it. This goes to show that he puts his people ahead of anyone else. This goes to show that he cares much about winning than the individual contribution. So again, a good leadership quality shown by Ajinkya Rahane. What else we've got? His fielding placement, absolutely top notch. And again, he focused on good partnership. This is something really, really, really commendable. Now let's do a SWOT analysis of this match. What are the strengths that India showcased? What were some weaknesses that we've seen? What are the opportunities that we'll have in upcoming matches? And what sort of threats that we might face? So to begin with, I guess one of the biggest strength going to the next match would be that we've had our middle order tested. When your middle order, especially Ajinkya, who comes at 4, delivered such sort of knock, I think it's really strengthens and talks a lot about middle order. Another thing is he's not showcase that we have some metal even though we've lost our main batsman. So this has given a new belief. I wouldn't say new, but this gave Indian team a belief that we can stay longer and we can put good score on the board even though we were batting second. So this has given a new belief, and I guess this is one of the strengths that we've showcased, and we'll have it going ahead in the test series. When it comes to weaknesses, especially the weakness of skipper, it appeared to me that Jinx is not an alpha leader. Like, everyone won't look at him. There were few other leaders present. Like when it comes to bowling, Bumrah showcased some sort of leadership. Then even Ashwin showcased some sort of leadership. So to me, this is something a bit of weakness, but again, it's not big a deal. It's always good to have support from other senior players. When it comes to opportunities, I think Rohit's gonna be back in the third test, and it is going to be a huge plus given the form that he has showcased in the last series in Australia, and comfort he shows with the bouncers and especially the Australian wickets. So this is going to be a big plus and big opportunity for India. And another thing is we've exposed the weakness of Australian team. We've again and again exposed that Australia does not have the same depth that they used to have. So this is again a big opportunity for us. This is something that Australia need to ponder upon. But again, this is a good opportunity going ahead in the test. Threat. I think one of the threat that we might face is opening partnership. In first two tests, of course, we have not had a very good partnership. We've not had a very good opening, and this might be a threat depending on which opening partnership we choose. Good thing that we've got a middle order cover, but again, we got to have a good opening in order to make a big score. So opening seems to be a bit of threat. Now let's talk about good and bad qualities of a leader. So one thing which I really liked about Ajinkya as a leader is he has shown some character. When India was down and under, he has showcased that we can bat and bat longer. He has shown a great temperament of how to bat against the best quality bowling lineup. We can clearly see he had his plan. He was leaving the balls outside off, and he was pretty focused and determined in his front foot defense as well. So that is a good thing that he has showcased, and he has given the belief to Indian batting lineup that we can bat longer and longer, even though there is a bowling lineup like Australia. Another thing is, I think he put his people first. He put his team first before his individual contribution. Uh, Even in the post-match presentation, he gave credit to Mohammad Siraj and Shubham Gill, which goes to show that he thinks more about the team, the people, the players than himself, even though he had won the man of the match. And another thing, as I mentioned, he encouraged Jadeja to focus on his batting, even though he contributed in Rahane's run out. So that goes to show that he cares much about the team and winning than his individual contribution. So this is a big plus from the leadership front. A bit of weaknesses which I noticed is we have noticed that there were too many leaders. At times it can lead to confusion, and especially in the current situation when our leader needs to stand up, if we have too many leaders in a team, there it can lead to a confusion. So I think that is something that he needs to work upon, and especially if you look at his body language, he had most of the time a closed body language, or a bit of self shown a bit of self dialogue happening within. So not a very positive or open body language. It's okay. Not all leaders needs to have a and exploiting or a very open body language like Virat Kohli. But again, a close body language goes to show that you're not much confident, or you are thinking in between. So I think he needs to work on his body language a lot, because it goes to show that he's not much confident in crunch situation. That is something that I have realized. Uh, Another thing is, we'll see how the body language of other people was. If you look at Siraj, he was like bubbling and he was bouncing. He has a very positive body language, and of course it was his debut match, but again he was very positive throughout. If you look at his eyes, he was either looking at front or he was looking up, which goes to show that he was either imagining something, or he had his thoughts clear of how he's gonna ball. So he had very positive body language. Jinx, again, he can work on it a bit, but it's okay, I guess. Bumrah, I think he showcased one of the most composed body language, more of what you would see with MST. Even though there were few catches dropped on his bowling, he was smiling, and even though he got better of batsman, he was smiling. So just goes to show that he's very composed, very confident, and it spreads. When you look at him, it really spreads. Gill, I think he was really positive in his shot making, even in his fielding, the catches that he had taken. He seemed really, really positive, and I think it's a really good thing. Yadav, I thought in the first inning he wasn't very confident. He was looking down most of the time, so you get the feeling that he had internal dialogues, and a bit of conflict might be. Even you would realize that his line was not pretty focused, not precise. He was not pretty confident with his line and length either. So Yadav, but in the second inning, he didn't bowl much. But again, I think the wicket that he had taken, it goes to show that he had that confident back, because what is talked a lot about, the corridor of uncertainty, and the ball that he landed to take rid of Burn was in that perfect corridor. So it goes to show that he is confident. I'm not sure if he's going to be back in the next test, but that is something I reckon from the body language perspective. So yeah, this is my analysis of today's match, and I wanted to keep it very structured. I wanted to focus on the SWOT, the management and leadership aspect of the leader, the Jinx. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching.